Aim assist has been a hot topic among FPS players, but it is a necessity for controller players to be able to aim somewhat accurately when playing any type of shooter game, be it Fortnite, Call of Duty, Halo, or as I'll be showing off in this video, the finals. The finals just came out, and besides the terrible balance issues the game has, it's really fun at the moment because it's a fast-paced style shooter that I've been craving for, so I'm having a pretty solid time with it so far. Recently, however, after browsing the subreddit for a bit, and also by being blasted by them in-game, I've noticed a huge influx in controller players, and I found out it's because the aim assist is really strong at the moment. I thought surely there's no way it's this bad, so I became a sinner and did something that I haven't done since Bad Company 2 on the Xbox 360. I played an FPS game on controller. My very first game ever in 10 years on controller, and I dropped over 20 kills, and it felt like I put in, no exaggeration, 20% of the effort that I would have had I played that round on mouse and keyboard. This aim assist is so strong that I generally do not understand how anyone can even defend it. I went to the final subreddit after that game and was immediately hit by one of the craziest anti-aim assist propaganda I have ever seen. No offense to the OP, but this is just a diary post about how you suffer from a massive skill issue. I haven't played controllers in over 10 years, yet when I plugged in my Fisher-Price device in, it seriously felt like I was playing Pajama Sam point and click game instead of the finals. It is so bad that even light characters that use stealth can be spotted from like 100 feet away just because my aim assist picked them up. Not only that, but by using either the sniper or the revolver with controller means that you can just spam left trigger and hard lock onto people's bodies or head with zero effort. With any full auto weapon, you can miss the first few shots, which I occasionally do since I'm not used to controller at all, having not played it in over 10 years. But as soon as you hit a single shot, all of the rest of your magazine are hitting them perfectly. Controller in this game is genuinely broken, and I know a lot of controller players aren't going to like this video, but cope and seethe because this needs to be turned down drastically or you are going to get Halo Infinite 2.0. I've played all of the big shooter games, all of which have a strong amount of aim assist, but none of these games have aim assist that is nearly as strong as the finals, and that is crazy because I play Halo Infinite a lot. It's been updated a ton and is basically a completely different game than it was at launch, and I've been playing the hell out of ranked arenas. I'm Onyx, which is the highest rank in the game, and I occasionally play against actual professional Halo players and manage to do well against them despite being on mouse and keyboard and them being on controller where aim assist is really strong. Probably the closest out of the games that I mentioned to the finals. Just look at this graph showcasing the difference between the top 100 keyboard and mouse players versus the 50th percentile controller players' accuracy. That's a problem. Now, 343 knew there was a massive gap between controller players and mouse and keyboard players, so they did something very weird that actually ended up working in the long run, and they just straight up gave mouse and keyboard players very slight aim assist, but only when your reticle turns red, which is if you are close enough to somebody. Before this update, you would lose to a controller player nearly 100% of the time close range, but now it's been brought down to, I would say, fairly close to 50%, with controller still winning more often, but this is somewhat fine because mouse and keyboard players usually have a different playstyle and aren't the ones fragging out, but are instead playing objective mainly. The finals, however, I would say is at the point where if you put the #1 mouse and keyboard player in a room with the #1 controller player, that mouse and keyboard player is absolutely, without a doubt, losing 100% of the time from any range. Now, personally, if the devs were to do something about aim assist, I don't think they should do what 343 did, even though it ended up working well for them in the long run. Instead, they just need to completely remove the snap-on and rotational aim assist, which is what leads to the 100% accuracy clips you see so often. There would still be normal aim assist to help guide your shots, but you wouldn't have that hard snap and rotational hard lock that makes it so you're only doing, at most, 20% of the work. The finals has so much potential, but if this is the route the devs are going to go in, I just don't see many mouse and keyboard players sticking with this game after a month or two. Just like what happened with Halo Infinite and what you're seeing right now with Apex Legends. I really want to see this game succeed, but it's really hard when you can't tell the difference between an actual aimbotter and a good controller player sometimes.